I've been stretching every day for over 6 months, and the benefits I've experienced include a better mood, improved sleep, fewer aches and pains, and when I bend over, I no longer make a cracking sound. To experience the benefits from mobility training, it is important that you stay consistent. So today, I'm going to be sharing stretches that take the least amount of effort so you can seamlessly implement them into your daily life and start reaping all the benefits. So I've broken this video up into 3 sections. I'm going to be starting with section number 1, how to sit and stand properly. Now the majority of people spend most of their working day sat down at a desk, so these first set of stretches can be done sat down. However, before we get to the stretches, are you sitting correctly? This is pretty simple and quick to do. For seating, you want to make sure that your hips are above your knees. This prevents your hips from sinking and putting extra pressure on your spine and lower back. Secondly, you want to make sure the screen you are focusing on is at eye level. This prevents your neck and shoulders from rolling forward and giving you the dreaded tech neck. The average human head weighs 11 pounds, so if you're not in alignment, you're putting a lot of extra stress on your spine and neck. Also, if you're someone who stands all day, notice how you stand. Usually we have an unconscious dominant side, so if you can remind yourself to alternate between sides, this can really help alleviate a lot of problems. Now we're ready for section 2, stretches you can do anywhere. So now we're sitting and standing efficiently, I want to share the stretches that I do throughout my work day. So the first movement is going to be eye rolls, and this is pretty much what it sounds like. You're going to look around all the way around your eye clockwise, do this for about 30 seconds to a minute, and then switch and go the other way around. Now this isn't a stretch per se, but for people who spend a lot of time looking at screens, which let's be honest is everyone, eye rolls help relieve tension and strain and can also prevent headaches. Next up we have the neck. For the neck stretch, you literally need to put your hand on your head and let gravity do its thing. We hold a lot of tension in our neck and shoulders, so this simple stretch can help relieve that stress that we get from being hunched over all day. Next up we have a back bend. For this you need to grasp your hands together behind your back and try and lift them up. Now this is going to help relieve strain from your shoulders and also open up your chest. You could also do a simple twist by sitting up straight and turning to one side, and this is going to help mobilize your spine. Now this next one's a little bit juicy, and this is a seated pigeon pose. Now for this you just want to put one foot on top of your opposite knee, and then the goal is to keep your other knee as flat as possible. And sometimes I can get comfortable and actually work in this position and it will really open up your hips. And finally, to finish, some wrist and ankle rolls. Now I know this isn't a stretch, but it's good to move your body in all directions. Now you could just do these movements sporadically throughout your day, or you could do what I do and use them using the Pomodoro technique. Now the Pomodoro technique is a way to stay more focused when you work. So you'll work for 25 minutes and then you'll take a 5-minute break, and that is 1 Pomodoro. And then after 4 Pomodoros, you'll take a 25-minute break and rinse and repeat. This not only helps you stay more focused and productive with your working day, but you can use those breaks as a reminder to implement your new lazy stretching. Now if you fancy getting away from your desk for a couple of minutes, I've included some lazy standing stretches. Now it doesn't get much easier than the forward fold. Not only is this a great stretch for your hamstrings, hips and calves, but you can also set up a phone and watch something at the same time. Next up we have hanging, and for this you're going to need something to hang on. Hanging has so many benefits, not only providing a great upper body stretch, it is also great for your grip strength, posture and spinal health. If you struggle to hang, try lightly putting your feet on the floor. Next up we have calves, and this stretch couldn't be easier. You just put your foot against a wall and lean in, and they feel really good. Tight calves can lead to knee problems as well as problems getting into a squat, which is our final position. Getting comfortable sitting in a deep squat can really help open up your thighs, your hip, your groin, your torso and your ankles. If you struggle sitting in the squat position, you can try holding onto something or lightly sitting on a block. Time wise for my stretches, I'll hold them anywhere from 30 seconds to 5 minutes, depending on how psychotic I'm feeling. And now we're finally ready for section 3, stretches you can do at home. Now these final stretches you can do while using your phone or watching a show, so hopefully this should encourage you to be more consistent with your mobility. So lay down with your stomach on the floor, put your arms out in front of you and straighten them, and this will put you into a lizard position, which is going to stretch your lower back. However, this one is a little intense, so if you come down onto your forearms, I think this one's called a cobra. This is a little less intense, and again you could probably sit and watch TV while you do this, so multitasking. Next we're going to roll over onto our back and do a little side bend by putting our legs across our body and looking the other way. Now unfortunately you can't really watch a screen while you do this, but this one does feel so good, it's worth it. Finally, finish your floor routine by giving yourself a nice big hug, because who who else is gonna? These positions not only feel amazing, but really help you to unwind and relax and should help improve your sleep. As my hips my biggest weakness, I also like to include a lunge as well as finish with the pigeon pose. Now these positions aren't exactly lazy, but the trick when it comes to stretching is to try and be as comfortable and relaxed as possible. This way you can hold the position for longer and really let yourself go and get deeper and deeper into the position. Now this final stretch is also my favorite stretch, and this is called Viparita Karani, or legs up the wall pose. This is exactly what it sounds like. You lay there with your legs up the wall and slowly let gravity do its thing and open up your hips. This not only stretches out your lower back and hamstrings, but also regulates your blood circulation as well as reduces stress and anxiety. When you relax the body, it helps to relax the mind. So performing this before you go to bed should help you to fall asleep easier. So I hope this video can encourage you to start stretching every day, as a little bit really does go a long way.